Today on the show, we've got some exciting updates to talk about here in GTA 5 Online. Rockstar actually just pushed out a fresh wave of background updates and patches, and we've got all the details that you need to know inside of this video, whether you're simply enjoying the new Assault on ATT-16 adversary mode, or you're busy grinding out other challenges. These changes are going to affect your gameplay in some way, so you definitely don't want to miss this video. We're going to be breaking down all of the latest fixes and tweaks, including some important adjustments to gameplay balance, a major exploit patch, and even a few surprises that impact how you can play your games. Plus, in addition to all of that, we've got some news on what modes have been vaulted here as Rockstar continues to shake things up in GTA Online. So first, let's jump in. Rockstar has addressed a significant exploit in the new Assault on ATT-16 adversary mode here, and because of this fix, this is going to ensure a little bit more of a balanced and fair experience while you're playing. The orbital cannon station, which had been a source of considerable controversy in this mode due to the potential for abuse here, has now been disabled as part of this update. Basically, what happens here is once each stage of each mode is completed, the orbital cannon station will remain in place, but it's going to become an out-of-bounds area, and this effectively patches the orbital cannon use glitch, which is going to prevent players from unfairly using it to gain an advantage, and of course that's going to keep the game more competitive, enjoyable, less exploity, things like that. Now, in addition to that change, Rockstar has also rolled out additional tweaks for this adversary mode here. They've addressed a few more issues to improve your gameplay balance and player experience. First, what they've done, which I don't necessarily think is improving the game, is they've actually removed the snow and Halloween weather options, which were previously available, but they might have caused visibility issues for some players. You know, this change is likely aimed at ensuring a more consistent vanilla experience for everyone playing the mode, regardless of when they're playing it. But honestly, I like the weather options, and I think a lot of other players do. They could have and should have left those in. If Rockstar thought visibility or anything like that was a problem in this game mode, they could have toned it down in that section of the map that they thought was actually problematic, or whatever part of the map was causing that trouble in the first place. I don't like the idea of Rockstar outright removing the weather options, especially when the options released with the new game mode itself earlier, and so that's kind of what players' expectations are going off of, like, oh, that's a staple of the mode, now it's removed. Very strange. Additionally here, other adjustments have been made to the attacker's spawn points for the cargo bob, which is a critical element of the game mode's objectives, especially if you're playing with a bunch of your friends. These spawn point changes should help streamline a little bit the flow of attacks, the flow of the defense of the game mode, reducing instances of obviously frustrating respawns and also wasting critical time as an attacker trying to deal with all of the cargo bob's problems. Now lastly here, Rockstar has also fixed the rotation of 2 P45 Nakota spawn points on the aircraft carrier, and so once again, these should now respawn correctly or just spawn correctly in the first place, so you're not going to have any problems during high intensity moments in the match. They didn't really mention anything about nerfing the rogue though. For every experienced player, they can really cause some damage and use it to the best of its ability, so that's why I think it should remain the same, but at the same time, I think players may have problems going up against it. But overall, I feel like a lot of the players playing aren't the top 1% of pilots in the game, so maybe that's why Rockstar didn't feel the need to nerf it. And then also, in addition to all of this here, Rockstar also corrected some minor issues related to the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC. Specifically, they fixed typos in the challenges for the double action revolver and the stone hatchet. These challenges were originally set with incorrect values here, and they basically required players to achieve 5 headshots and 5 kills. And so with this patch, the challenges now simply reflect the correct requirements here, and that's going to ensure players have accurate objectives to complete. You know, it's just a visual aid. It's not like you could have completed the challenges any faster. They didn't actually change the requirements themselves. They just showcased the incorrect values, but at least the confusion there isn't there anymore, so that's good. And then as part of all of the other ongoing changes to GTA Online's job rotation that we've been talking about over the past couple weeks, Rockstar has removed the Every Bullet Counts adversary mode from the game. And this mode is obviously a niche favorite because it's intense. It's got some high stakes gameplay if the lobbies are populated, but now of course it's been cycled out, and so Rockstar is continuing to basically do their job with aligning all these swaps of game modes with the new series and modes rotation that began last week. I'm not sure if this is actually helping player counts in these sessions where they're trying to influence, you know, getting certain game modes that aren't played as much populated and things like that. There's no official word from Rockstar, and of course I don't think we'll ever hear them talk about it directly. It would be great to have some type of insight on this data that we could look into and discuss, but nonetheless, we just don't have it, unfortunately. It would totally make sense, right? If I was playing the live gameplay portion portion of this video on the Assault on ATT 16 game mode, but honestly this week I've really been enjoying the bunker bonuses. I've been running a lot of bunker research missions. I don't need any actual research progress, but I enjoy doing these missions for the $20,000. So I've been farming these, I've been doing the Dax Fooligan jobs, and of course doing the bunker sales, but I've only been able to do 2 so far. But overall, just very, very enjoyable this week. Let me know in those comments, though, if you think that one change is necessary for that ATT 16 Assault game mode where, you know, do you think the Rogue needs to be nerfed? I don't think it really needs to be, but, you know, occasionally you'll get into a match with, like, a really, really good player. And that is when I could see it kind of becoming an issue, when then that person's like absolutely wrecking the lobby. But I mean, hey, rightfully so, right? Like, if you're a really good player, you deserve to do well in the match, things like that. Wow, these cops are showing up faster than I thought, and that minigun is ripping me. I actually haven't gotten this variant yet. It's been a while, so can I just headshot you from here and you just like can't hit me? He can't hit me, he's hitting the wall, so that's perfect. I just gotta stay locked on and continue to go for those headshots. We got him. Let's see, how many? Oh my goodness. You know what? I think we're gonna need to take some very brutal and violent measures here if I'm supposed to actually loot this guy. Okay, let's grab that. And now I'm gonna run behind all this cover to get to my car so we can actually lose the cops and get out of here. I gotta say, I don't know if you guys have been playing these bunker research missions much this week, but they have been such a treat. Of course, you know, I can make more money doing the Dr. Dre contract or, you know, anything else. The real bonus, I should say, with the bunker business this week is, of course, with the sale missions themselves, but don't sleep on the research. Like, especially, you know, 100% if you need the research progress, you have to do these because you get 32.32% research, which, you know, per... Oh, almost ran over the spikes. Per mission you do, but just for the sake of the money as well, $20,000 every 5 minutes, and you could skip the cooldown if you want. I'm sure someone can post the method in the comments. I just don't know it off the top of my head. I'm not doing these back to back to back. I'm only doing these every single 20-minute cooldown, so I can do some actual other money-making activities that's going to generate me more cash for the mission itself in the meantime, but these are still fun to do instead of doing something else. Same thing with the Fooligan jobs. And speaking of the Fooligan jobs, I think I actually want to do one of those after this. Let me just drop this research off real fast, and let's see if we can get a good variant of the Fooligan jobs as well. Nice, there we go, mission passed. So as you can see, we're working on our next bunker stock. We're at $70,000. I'm gonna need to go get supplies from my master control terminal soon. I'll just do it there instead of going back to the bunker because, of course, you know, I can get all the other businesses as well. But what I want to do right now is called Dax. And let's do a Fooligan job if we can. Okay, he wants us to contaminate the grass farm, which is nice, actually. I think this is just gonna be the one. Yeah, liquid assets. Okay, this is the fun one. Not the one where you need to fly the plane, the crop duster around and poison the crops. This one's nice because you just pour a liquid, like, chemical container to poison the water for the grass farm, and then you basically trip out and fight a bunch of aliens and clowns and things like that. If you guys haven't really been playing these this week, like the Fooligan jobs in particular, I highly, highly recommend it because I would say even at $50,000, these are worth doing, you know, especially if you're not gonna do it once every hour, do it, you know, at least just do one every gameplay session. But with the $100,000 payout, these also don't take that long. These will take you 5 minutes, you know, some cases 7.5 minutes. In the worst cases, like some of the worst missions will take you 10 minutes. Like, for example, the crop dusting mission can take you a while because you're flying a really slow plane around. There's some other variants which are a little bit annoying, but I would say this liquid assets one's really good. The Go Postal mission's really good. With the Go Postal van, you drive it to the hippie camp, detonate that, and just eliminate all the enemies and lose the cops and drive away. That's also worth doing for 100 racks. You know, like, you can either skip the cooldown on these if you want as well. Like I was saying earlier in the video, there are methods to do that. But even, once again, just doing these once every hour, like a good rotation this week is after you get your first salvage yard tow truck vehicle to keep your salvage yard wall safe bonus, you know, at max, run one of these as well. And then by the time that's over, you can do your second tow. The cooldown, the 5-minute cooldown on that will be done. You're pretty much good to go. You know, just keep those businesses generating money in any way you can. And of course, that only gets greater and greater and better, and you'll get better at it. You know, the more 3-hour cooldowns of Cayo Perico that you experience, the more cooldowns of the Dr. Dre contract you encounter, things like that. You know, it's not all about the passive businesses and Cayo and Dr. Dre and the casino heist or any other heist you like, right? It's about the other type of content like the Fooligan jobs that are double money, or the other types of activities like auto shop contracts or anything else that's going to make you money in the meantime. The assault on Cayo Perico, or excuse me, the assault on ATT-16 as well, or even the assault on Cayo Perico if Rockstar ever brings that back. I'm not sure if they are going to bring it back. They said that, you know, the ATT-16 game mode released to replace it, but is that just a standard rotation of all these other game modes that they're doing as well? Because they did talk about, you know, trying to help player counts with things like that. You know, aside from the issue of if it's actually going to be effective, do you guys think that mode will come back, or do you think the assault on ATT-16 is just going to permanently replace that one just because of how much better it is? It seems like players really love the aircraft carrier game mode for assault rather than Cayo Perico. You know, the game mode flows better, the payout's fantastic, things like that. For this, you know, this takes a while, so I'll just fast forward through this, but you just basically got to keep shotgunning everyone. Just pull out your assault shotgun, kill all the aliens, kill all the clowns. It's kind of a time waster, but it is pretty fun as well. All right, and with that activity done, you know, actually on this one I died a bunch of times. I got smacked by them over and over, but $100,000 in literally 5 minutes right there. Now you could go back and do that second tow like I was talking about. But I want to do one more thing for this video, since I did just hop on to play a little bit of GTA Online today and kind of just talk about the game, and, you know, we could talk about the patches and things like that. One of the other things I wanted to do was the Madrazo daily hit, so let's go find that and do that right now. It would happen that I had to go all the way up to Grapeseed for this, so let me get in the Corona. We'll contact Martin Madrazo. Our stash house is actually right over there too, so once I lose the wanted level, maybe I'll do the stash house as well. I don't know, we'll play it by ear. We need to use a pistol, so that's really fun. I'm gonna use... let's use a pistol I haven't actually used before. Like, we'll use the marksman pistol. Let's use that on this guy. He's right here. We need to take out this dude up against... oh, no, we've been spotted. Oh, it isn't one shot? And I missed. Okay. Oh, no, he died. We did one shot him. He just took a while to bleed out right there. Okay. Oh my god. Why does it feel like these bullets aren't going anywhere? Like, I hit them, they don't die, and then eventually they do. Okay, perfect. This guy's in the grass. Will the photos still count? I think it should. I haven't had an issue with this before. But let's send this to Martin Madrazo. Perfect. Now we gotta lose our wanted level. Okay, hit complete. So I did get away, but let's go to the stash house as well and do that just real fast. I love doing these types of daily activities in this game. I don't really do the daily collectibles all that much, but the stash house, G's cash, Martin Madrazo daily hit, things like that, those are totally worth doing. Any exotic exports vehicles I come across, like those are an easy $20,000. Honestly, you could fill up, I feel like, most of your daily GTA Online gameplay. You know, whether you're actually playing daily or not, you could fill up most of your gameplay hours just doing activities like this if you wanted. So 1:23:45. Let's see if my night vision is going to cause problems. I think I won't be able to see. I could kind of see. 1, and then we'll do 23 and 45. I can't really see the first slot, but thankfully I just have to go to 1. So that was very fast, very simple. I'd like to see Rockstar add more of these things to the game. Maybe if they like respawn, like other things that you could do maybe once an hour or something like that would be nice, besides just daily ones. Of course, they'd have to be set up differently to the stash house, but you know, you get the picture, right? Let me know in the comments what you guys would want to see. But now I just gotta escape these guys, and I think while we do this, I'll just wrap up the video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about all the changes to the Assault on ATT-16 game mode in the comments if you haven't already. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Tomorrow I'll have my weekly update reminder. We'll go over everything so that you don't miss out. Of course, you know, a lot of players miss out on the weekly updates and they tune in on Tuesdays just because, I don't know, that works better for their schedule and things like that. But we'll talk about everything that we've been able to enjoy, and hopefully you can get a little bit of grinding in before it all goes away. So again, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios, amigos.